Welcome to the MyBusiness Podcast, where we sit down with local businesses and we talk about who they are, where they come from, and what inspires them to be in business.
And welcome to the MyBusiness Podcast. And today I have somebody who I'm really excited to talk to because this guy is a real character and has a great story. I'd like to welcome Kenny Ma from United Fortune Financial. How are you, Kenny?
I'm very good. It's my great pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
It's absolutely awesome to have you here because we've been talking before the podcast and your story is remarkable. What you do is remarkable, but the background is really cool too. So firstly, tell us about your business. What is it? How long have you been doing United Fortune Financial?
Okay, so my background, my family background, I come from Hong Kong. I came to Australia in 2002. And I start in the car industry in 2009 when I studied my master degree, and I keep doing it. And, I changed to finance industry, still in the car, but finance side on 2012, and I start my own business in 2016.
So you've been going for quite a while now, 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. Time's gone so quick.
And obviously you got a heap of happy customers in that time.
Hopefully until now, yes. Lots and lots of customer.
Yes, I had a look at your website, and I mean the car finance, the vehicle finance, and vehicle insurance is the major part of what you do. But you also look at other types of finance as well, with businesses and commercial vehicles and things like that, don't you?
Yes, we do. We major focus will be cars and trucks.
Yep.
And we also do some other side business for like cash flow loan, personal loan, or commercial loan as well.
Yep. So How did you get into the business? You said you were in the car motor vehicle industry. How did you make that switch to the finance industry?
When I studied my master, my major, I got two major. One is finance, my major, and second major is marketing. I always have good presence on finance, and I really need to appreciate one of the people in my life. I don't want to mention the name, but his position is the general manager of general sales manager. What I appreciate him, he tell me the truth. Yep. When I sell car, when he do all the training, I think second section when he train us, he tell us the finance manager, the commission is 3 times or 4 times of the salesperson. I said, oh, that's great. Thank you, tell me the truth. That's right. Because like now when you work in the society, not too many people will tell you the truth. Oh, that's right. But I really appreciate he did. Yes. So I think, oh, this is good money. Why can't I try finance? So this is the reason I step into finance. That's
fantastic because it is an industry where people are putting a lot of trust in you, aren't they? So to have somebody, obviously you've taken on those qualities too of just telling the truth to the customers.
Yes, of course. We need to act very professional as well to earn the customer trust. Yep.
And so when they come to you, so let's say we're looking at for a commercial vehicle, what kind of preparation does the customer have to do in that case?
Okay, so nowadays, because we rely on phone and emails, I just need to know the customer background, like the company details, ABN, and I will need the personal details. Yep. Personal detail pretty much is just the ID. Yep. And most of the commercial loan, we are opposite side of with the accountant. Yep. Accountant needs all the numbers. How much you spend, how much you earn, profit and loss, debit and credit. Yep. For us, we are much easier because most of the case for commercial client, they can get a product. It's called low doc. Yes, low doc is mean very minimum document. Yep. I don't need to look at the financial, not even bank statement in most of the time, and sometimes they not even need to pay deposit. Really? To borrow up to 100 or 150,000, depends on the client.
Right, so they come in, they just literally have to, do you see them face to face or is it done via phone, Skype or Teams messages or how does it happen?
If this is close enough, if this is, I would say if this is within 20-minute drive, I will offer to them. If they want me to see them face to face, I'm happy to see them. But most of the time, we'll be doing phones or Teams, Zoom, or internet. And I do have a lot of like interstate clients as well.
Okay, so you look after people all over Australia?
Yes.
Because I know that this podcast goes out to people all over Australia. So we're in southeast Queensland, but if you're listening to this and think that you might need some help from Kenny, it's just a matter of getting in touch with him, isn't it?
That's good.
So with with motor vehicles for personal use, is there a bit more information needed for those kind of?
If it's a personal use, I just need to look at the personal income.
Yep.
That's all. Rather like more likely will be payslip.
Yep.
But sometimes if they are self-employed, they don't want to go through commercial, maybe I need to look at the tax return.
Yep. So it's a little bit more, but it's still quite easy, isn't it?
It's quite easy. And lucky enough, I got over 90% of client is commercial. So always easy job for me. And thank you for my client.
So we'll try and find you some more easy clients to deal with.
Yeah, sure.
The finance industry goes through many changes constantly. So I'm guessing you need to always be on top of all the changes. So your study would be ongoing, I'm guessing.
Yes, of course. Because most of the bank, the policies keep update. Like some small policies, some guidelines keep update. And we need to learn pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Some things new come up or some new product come up as well.
Yep. So you deal with, when someone comes to you, you've got a suite of lenders that you use, or is it in-house lending that you do? Okay,
so we do, in our panel, we do have over 35 different financial institutions able to help the different customer.
Yep. So that's the way that you can make sure that you, get the finance for the customer, but also match it to the best.
Yes. Them. So most of the people call me, Kenny, what's the interest rate? I say, calm down a little bit. I need to know or understand more your background.
Yep.
Or what is it? What's the car before I tell you or before I quote you? I can't say this, but in the future it's not this. And different clients have a different interest rate, of course.
Yep.
Lots of the client or most of the client, they focus on the interest rate. They think this is more important for them. But for me, most important is the approval.
That's right.
Yes. If it's not approved, it's 0%.
That's right.
You don't have to pay anything.
And zero car.
Yeah, zero car and 100%, or maybe have a car and 100% deposit.
That's right. Might as well forget about talking to Kenny if you've got to do that, don't you? So, but that's the whole basis of the finance, like yourself, is to find the best solution for the customer.
Yes, best solution for customer. Firstly, we need to get it approved first, and secondly, of course, we see if it's a 2 or 3 different financial institutions willing to approve the client. We will see what is best for the client. Sometimes not necessarily the interest rate, maybe the structure, maybe the other things is best suitable for the client.
I was going to touch on that next, because in finance, in anything, to be honest, it's not always the price that is the determining factor of what suits your business better. And it will depend on the business structure, the asset that they're buying, and all those kind of things, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Yeah, exactly. So with the industry that you're in, what are the big changes or the bugbears? What do you see being the issues with your industry?
I think I talk to a lot of different broker, because we're in the same industry, but we are not enemy. We try to help each other.
Yep.
And I do have a lot of mortgage broker friend. Sometimes they do the finance. They do some car finance as well. I ask them, if you have any problem, feel free to give me a call, because it's your client anyway. I don't see, I don't touch, I don't earn the money anyway. But if you need help, let me know. I'm able to assist you how to go through. I ask most of the people in the industry, they think the biggest challenge is the other competitor.
Yep. Most industries will tell you that.
Yes, or other broker.
Yep.
Same as when I deal with a lot of car dealership, they think I'm the biggest enemy.
Yep.
But I'm just one of the broker. Yep. But I think the real challenge is the policy. The policy change and the trend and the AI.
Yep.
Same as in the car industry, because I'm still in the car industry.
Yep.
Back to 10 years ago, I just thinking maybe in 10, 15 years, they build a test drive center.
Yep.
They don't really need any salesperson. Now, a few brand, they already start up this way.
Yep.
When you order a car, you can go to internet or go to the dealership. The salesperson help you do exactly the same things. No more negotiation. For the car and for the finance industry, the most challenge I think will be the AI, because the AI and the other technology will be minimize a loss of the process, and I don't want to say this, lots of people will get cut off. But if you use the AI, it will be better for you. It will be help you to progress your business to the next level.
So when you're talking about the AI, what would artificial intelligence? How does that actually fit into this? Because
I would say much more will be do as the process. In the process, back to the day, people call the customer, ask the full application, but because of the AI, a lot of things will be much easier.
So you're talking about the finance process using AI?
Finance process, yes. And in the future, a lot of customers will just apply in the internet easy.
Yep.
If I still rely on just do human work or hand type paperwork, I will be gone in the market very, very quickly.
But I guess what you're looking at is being one of the early adopters of this, so that you're one of the leaders in the market in this area.
Hopefully I am.
Yeah.
And the other thing will be like the buy behavior or the trend. Now we do have the share ride. Share ride, we think of like Uber, or back to 10, 15 years ago, maybe a long time ago, is taxi. Now it's share ride. Share ride is Uber. We use the Uber app, call a car and come to pick us up. But later on, it will be share ride is kind of like similar to the electric scooter. Dump on the street. Yeah. And then you just scan and then you can drive from A to B.
I've seen this. I get emails from Uber saying, you can car share or whatever
they call drive next door.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, heck, I mean, you just take the car and leave it where you're going.
Yeah, pretty much. So if this is a trend, lots of people is not going to own a car anymore. Yep. So if they not own a car, will be less people buy a car and less people finance a car, of course.
Which becomes the biggest challenge for you then.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah, so you don't think of these changes and what the impact it has on how many different industries, do you? When you see Uber saying, hey, come and just basically borrow our car, it'll take a while for that to sink in for me, because I'm an old guy. A taxi was a taxi, and I only caught my first Uber last year. I'd never even caught an Uber before.
So, how you feel about Uber?
Now I use it all the time.
Oh, great.
So it's because it's easy.
I got one, I always tell my staff or tell my business partner, when I use Uber, it's for free, at least for 3 or 5 years.
For free?
It's not free for free. It's not like nothing is free.
Yeah.
But the reason I say it's free, because when I take Uber, I tell the Uber driver what I do for living, time to upgrade, come to see me. Especially for Uber and Didi. I think Uber and Didi come into the market 2019. Yep. I've been using a fair bit of time, and I think I did probably 10 or 15 business.
So
during 3 or 4 trips.
So you use it as a sales presentation?
Kind of.
I love it. So here's Kenny. He just rings up. He goes, I don't have to go anywhere, but I'm just going to get this guy to drive me around for 15 minutes, and I'll sell him a. That's
probably a good way. So I took back to the time I took 4 times for Didi, and 3 times for Uber, and I make 15 or 18 business on that period, because they're not buying for themselves. They prefer someone to buy and buy and buy.
I love it, Kenny. So this shows a little bit about you, really, and about your enthusiasm for the industry that you work in. What do you love most about what you do?
I love to see happy customer, not just happy for my service. Of course, this is important as well. Yep. But I want to see to help people to make the dreams come true.
I know it sounds like a catch cry sort of thing, but sitting here with you, I get that sense that you do just enjoy helping people out.
Yes, and sometimes like for my job satisfaction is see happy customer, especially for what I mentioned before is people drive Uber. They want to get the maybe job flexibility. Maybe they couldn't get a job. They just came to the country. They want to make some income, and I can assist them to get it go through. They can get a car. Yep. And then after that, they can make income. So this is probably the best thing I see.
And then that lets them achieve other goals and dreams that they have.
Yes, absolutely.
It might be buying a house or bringing family members overseas as well. Mm-hmm. Kenny, I reckon I've seen you somewhere before, though.
Okay.
Have you? Is there anywhere that I would have seen? Was it on a real estate?
Well, okay. I think a lot of people call me these couple of weeks.
Do you know why I remember? The
Yes.
watch.
Oh, my watch.
The watch.
Yes.
I remember seeing that and the comments that were made.
Okay. I was wearing my sunglasses.
So that's why I couldn't recognise you 100%.
Yeah.
Tell us about that though, because it is quite the story, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is article in Korea Mail.
Yep.
So my father went to auction to purchase a house, and because I and my father, we both won our property in the auction, and I just went with my father, and on that day my father won, and because I was there to support him, I take a photo with him, and someone took a photo, and I was in the article, and in the topic of the article is 70-year-old retiree fathers purchased his 40-year-old son first property.
Yep.
And do you think I'm not 40?
Well, no, not at all.
Okay, but look and actual doesn't sometimes not match.
Yep.
I'm not 40. That's the real story. My father is actually purchased the property for my eldest brother, and I actually feel very happy for my father because he done a great job in the auction, and I feel very happy for my brother as well
because he's achieved one of his goals.
Yes, that's great. And just because my photos there, a lot of people call me. Some people attack me in all the comments, text me, and it's not me.
From memory, there was like 1,200 comments on this post.
Yeah, something like this. And I spoke to the people who write this article. We try in the position to correct it and clarify this is not me.
Yep.
And a lot of people ask, "Oh, did your father buy you another property before it?" My father support me in the other house. I think most important or the biggest gift my mom and dad gave to me is bring me to the world and educate me, tell me what is true, what you should do, and the attitude and the heritage is most important rather than the asset. Of course, my father he offered me to buy a commercial property. Before I purchased mine. And I say, I got a bigger support. I say, I love you, father. Even if you support me or not support, I love you. Love you, mom and dad. But I got a bigger supporter, which is the bank.
That's right.
I say work in the finance industry, and I doing okay. I got some saving, and the bank is my biggest supporter. So my father actually do support me as well.
So family is very important to you?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And because my father show his love, I actually want to work even harder to buy my mom and dad property if I can. And I think in next couple of years I can achieve. And I want to, because I think mom and dad, like parents, will always support their kids most of the time.
Yeah.
We loved our children. Same as like we send our children to private school, we offer this and this. But for me, because of most of the comment, I think first thing, the property is not that expensive. And I think to buy a house to children is not a wrong thing.
No, not at all.
And if you use a couple $100,000 to buy a car or buy a watch, I'm probably more concerned.
Well, most of the comments about the watch were wrong, weren't they?
Yeah, they say it's Rolex. It's not a Rolex. I do have Rolex, but it's not a Rolex.
And what you said though, and talking about housing finance, because that is something you can help people with as well, isn't it?
Yes, my wife do look after this channel more because I'm too busy for my car, and all the policy always need to update. I always focus in car industries since I stepped into it in 2009. So I always focus on car.
So you have different people specialising in different areas so that they can stay on top of it. Look, I want to finish on one thing because I also know that away from your business, you do a lot of great things for the community. Now I'm going to bring up two. First, I want to bring up the charity stuff that you do with the Lions Club of Brisbane, the Chinese, with the Chinese community. Is it true that they get you into the boxing ring to raise money for charity? Oh,
that is two things. So I'm very lucky. I am the presidency during 2019 and 20. This is my year of the presidency, and halfway, unfortunately, for the entire world is start late 2019. The COVID hit. So start from early 2020 until end of my presidency, I'm not able to do too many things. but I think I'm doing okay job. But it's unfortunate situation for the
Just
whole
timing.
Just the timing. But the good thing is I have a 6-month break
Yep.
for the residency. So about the boxing, I did 2 charity boxing.
Yep.
The organization is called Corporate Box. Corporate Box, yes.
Yep.
This is a great organization or great event to
Yep.
join. So from if you have no experience, you can step into the ring for 10-week training, and after that they send you to the ring 3 rounds for 2 minutes. It's a really good event because for me, for my whole life, I get involved with a lot of martial arts competition. For myself, I love competition because it's like competition for me is as a commitment. Because normally I don't train too much, but if this is any competition coming up, I train very focused.
Yep.
I normally train 3 hours a day for 6 days a week.
Wow.
So normally I get morning I got a PT class, and afternoon I go to a physio or massage for half an hour, 1 hour. And latest on the class, I do some cardio for myself and the other PT class. And after that, I go to group training. So normally each day I do 3 hours if it's a competition coming up.
Yep.
So for the charity boxing, so I help 2 charity organizations who raise money.
Yep.
So the Brisbane Lions Cup or Brisbane Chinese didn't send me to the ring.
Oh, okay.
They didn't send me to the ring. But first time I helped the organization raise money is called, what's the name? Second one I remember is our club. It's Lions Cup of Brisbane Chinese.
And okay, now you're a lightweight. There's no doubt about that. And I heard that you were...
I'm pretty lightweight. Normally I stand maybe around 66 up to 70 if I eat too much. But if competition coming up, because my build, I like to go always under 60 for the
but
speed,
the person
fitness.
You fought?
Oh, it's much bigger because it's charity.
Yep.
But I think win or lose, if you win, of course, it's great. If you lose, you learn. But for that night, it's actually, for the whole event, is to raise money. And everyone train, earn money, raise money to charity organizations is most important. So the fight is a great experience for me.
Yeah. And the plus side is you were able to raise some money as well for the community, which is fantastic. And the other association, and you're wearing the badge today, the Hong Kong Australian Business Association, Queensland. You're the president of that as well. Yeah,
I'm the Queensland chapter president.
Yeah. So what does that involve?
So this is opposite side of Lions Cup. Lions Cup is
so they don't send you into the boxing ring here.
Not yet. And so we help a lot of like local business to get along together, networking, and our main thing is to promote Hong Kong.
Yep.
How to go to Hong Kong to invest, how to bring great business if they are prepared to go to Hong Kong to expand the business. We're able to help because we do have a lot of government funding. We also have a lot of government support.
Yep.
And for myself, I do know multiple people in the movie, TV star. They can help for the marketing promote as well.
Yep.
So it's the Chamber of Commerce for Hong Kong Australian Business Association. We do have 5 different chapters. We do have I'm the Queensland chapter.
Yep.
We do have New South Wales chapter, Victoria chapter, WA and SA.
Yep.
And I try to go to WA this year because every year we do hold 2 biggest events. One is like a food and wine event. We're gathering people together. And the major like special event, which is called Business Award.
Yep.
So each state do have try to get people get in for the Business Award. Whoever winner will be automatic join the National Award. So this year I'm going to hold one in October for National Award.
Here in Queensland?
Yes, for the Business Award.
That's exciting. You won't believe it. The time has gone so quickly.
Oh, so quick!
We talk about that before, how quick time goes. Look, it's been absolutely awesome, Kenny. Let's tell people how they can contact you. Now we'll have links to your website in our comments below, whether it's YouTube or on Spotify. But how can they get in contact with you if they want some help?
For the website or website, which is fine, of course.
Yep.
You guys can call me or email to me.
Yep.
If I can answer, I will answer.
And what's the website?
The website is www.uffinance.com.au.
That's www.uffinance.com.au. Kenny, mate, I hope we can sit down again and talk about something again, because I think that we've only just scratched the surface today. So thank you so much for coming into the studios here at Podfire, and good luck with everything you do.
Thank you. That's my pleasure.
Thanks for listening to the My Business Podcast, brought to you by Media 8 on the Podfire platform. If you want to be on our podcast, please reach out to the team on all our socials at mybusiness.pod.